Taiwan is currently home to around 735,000 migrant workers, almost entirely from Southeast Asia. 225,000 of these workers are social welfare migrant workers, which include domestic helpers and caregivers of children, the elderly, or the disabled. We encounter caregivers every day, in the market, on the streets, but do we truly see them? While these workers provide invaluable contributions to Taiwan's economy, labor laws that are meant to protect migrant workers notably exclude caregivers. Rights activists say this exclusion leaves caregivers vulnerable to exploitation and abuse.
At first, when I arrived there, my employer told me that I don't have a day off. I work for 16 hours a day because of carrying the baby. And I said that my back is so hurt, so my boss gave me a day off, only one, but that day off, they deduct my salary also.
Cherilyn, a single mom from the Philippines, came to work in Taiwan so she could better support her family. She was forced to work long hours with no days off and follow strict rules.
I sleep only in the stock room, and when I arrived there, they have only one CCTV, and after 1 week, they put another CCTV, so they have two CCTV where I sleep. If my employer was treated me nice, my madam was treated me nice, maybe I still working there until I finish my contract. But it's not easy. They didn't treat me as a human. I don't know.
Clara, a caregiver also from the Philippines, struggled with similar issues of overwork and a lack of protection with a past employer.
I told to my employer, Mom, my food is not enough. Then my sleep is also, I'm tired. Suddenly, they just called the broker. Oh, this maid or like this, she's complaining a lot. She's complaining, blah, 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 like that.
In a sense, many of them, they have been working non-stop, and many of them, they don't have regular day off, and the salary is also low. That should be the standard general, like we can say, constitution for all the workers, all the labor laws in Taiwan, but they are excluded from that.
In August 2022, the monthly minimum wage for caregivers rose from 17,000 NT dollars to 20,000 NT, but it's still well below the minimum wage for Taiwanese workers. Moreover, while the raise may attract workers in the short term, it fails to address the real reasons behind low worker retention.
因为我们知道家庭的这些移工，他在工作的这个地点跟场域是在家庭里面，那照顾的又是这些失能者，每一个人的失能程度不一样，有一些是失智症，有一些可能他是植物人，需要24小时照顾。那所以在这样的一个情形之下，很多的劳动条件或者是休息，不太有可能完全的适用劳动基准法。那也因为这样的关系，所以过去在跟雇主团体、跟劳工团体、移工团体在讨论的过程当中，大家还是没有办法形成一个社会共识，就直接可以适用。
不管是
So guys, magre-react lang ako dun sa yung sa news nga about sa mga migrant worker dito sa Taiwan. So, hindi talaga lahat is maswerte sa amo, guys, no? Like, yung sabi nga nung isang Pilipina doon na nung dumating siya yung CCTV nilalagyan ng CCTV yung bahay nila. So, ganun talaga eh. Alam mo yung, so, siguro, one of maswerte lang ako sa amo. Like, sa una at itong kay Lolo na amo ko, maswerte lang ako. Pero, not everyone talaga is maswerte sa amo dito sa Taiwan. So, kahit saan ka magpunta, kahit sa Middle East ka man, Hong Kong, nasa Europe ka man, kung hindi ka talaga maswerte sa amo, hindi talaga. So, given na talaga yung kulang yung pagkain, Yung iba talaga is hindi kasi lahat ng siyempre parang tayo din na kahit worker tayo dito, hindi lahat masipag, hindi lahat nag-work ng maayos, hindi lahat gumagawa ng maayos na work. Like hindi talaga lahat. Kaya yung ikaw na lang talaga yung mag-adjust sa amo mo. Like kung hindi ka binibigyan ng maraming pagkain, like kunti lang yung pagkain na binibigay sa'yo, ikaw na lang yung bahalang magbigay ng food, like magbili ng food para sa'yo. Yung tamang na hindi ka magutom like that. Tapos in terms naman sa higaan, so, ikaw lang talaga yung mag-adjust sa buhay mo dito sa ano. Kasi, para sa akin hindi kasi lahat good provider na amo. Like, yung iba is hindi sila yung tinitingnan kung may nakakain ka ba, kumain ka na ba. Like, kunyari tulad nung isang ate na yung yung amo niya is hindi mabait. So, ang mahalaga lang na para sa akin ang mahalaga kasi meron kang sahod, which is tama lang naman talaga na yung sahod mo is bibigay. So dito naman in fairness naman dito sa Taiwan, para sa akin lang sumusunod talaga sila sa batas. Like yung amo ko dito is pag sinabi kong ganito ganyan, yung hingiin ko yung ganito, yung 7 days leave ko na bayad kasi hindi naman ako nag-leave for 1 year. Binigay niya talaga agad sa akin. Like alam ko hindi lahat ng amo is mabait, hindi lahat nagbibigay ng pagkain, maraming madamot, maraming yung takay-takal lang yung pero ang mahalaga dyan is okay ka, yung hindi ka binugbog. Yun na lang yung titingnan mo bilang isang caretaker dito sa Taiwan. Pero masasabi ko talaga na iba yung siguro hindi iba kasi yung napagdaanan ko na bilang isang OFW dun sa Saudi. So parang kung ang titingnan ko yung buhay ko is like hindi talaga siya yung kabaliktaran yung work ko doon sa Saudi. Kaya maswerte na ako na isa lang yung work ko dito, si lolo lang. Kaya sana lahat ng sana talaga lahat ng caretaker is taasan yung sahod. Kasi nagbabayad kami ng broker, nagbabayad kami ng insurance namin, kaltas yung sa sahod namin. Kasi kung sagot ng employer namin yung insurance at saka yung broker namin, mas kami, mas may maiipon pa rin talaga kami na yung malaki-laki talaga yung sahod namin. Kaso lang hindi siya sinama yung caretaker home-based na work, hindi siya sinama na taasan this year, 2025. So, sana talaga makita ng government ng na nag-i-exist na. Alam mo yung nag-i-exist din kami ng mga home-based worker. So, sana talaga ipagdasal namin na taasan din kami ng sahod. Though, hindi, yun yung pinagdebatihan din ng mga nung kongreso ng Taiwan na bakit hindi rin kami kasali na ang home-based na worker din naman kami ng na migrant worker dito sa Taiwan. So yun lang yung masasabi ko guys, and thank you so much for watching. This is Darling Vlogs. Bye bye, Saijen. 我爱你。
什么样的工